Best Quotes by Ronald Reagan. Government's first duty is to protect its people, not run their lives. It's been said politics is the second oldest profession. I've learned that it bears a striking resemblance to the first. Man is not free unless government is limited. The 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help." The problem is not that people are taxed too little. The problem is government spends too much. We should measure welfare's success by how many people leave welfare, not by how many are added. Peace is not absence of conflict. It is the ability to handle conflict by peaceful means. A people free to choose will always choose peace. No government ever voluntarily reduces itself in size. Government programs never disappear. A government bureau is the nearest thing to eternal life we'll ever see on this earth. Status quo is, Latin for the mess we're in. Freedom is never more than 1 generation away from extinction. We don't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. How do you tell a communist? It's someone who reads Marx and Lenin. How do you tell an anti-communist? It's someone who understands Marx and Lenin. The best minds are not in government. If they were, business would steal them away. Government's view of the economy can be summed up in a few phrases. If it moves, tax it. If it keeps moving, regulate it. And if it stops moving, subsidize it. When you can't make them see the light, make them feel the heat. We must reject the idea that every time a law is broken, society is guilty, rather than the lawbreaker. It's time to restore the American precept that each individual is accountable for his actions. There are no easy answers, but there are simple answers. We must have the courage to do what we know is morally right. A recession is when your neighbor loses his job. A depression is when you lose yours. The taxpayer. That's someone who works for the federal government but doesn't have to take the civil service exam. There are no great limits to growth because there are no limits to human intelligence, imagination, and wonder. The future doesn't belong to the faint-hearted. It belongs to the brave. Best Quotes by Ronald Reagan.